You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Amador This Week's Out and About is proudly brought to you by overall fair sponsor, Jackson Rancheria Casino and Hotel, and by co-sponsors, Richard Forrester, Supervisor, District 2, Excel Physical Therapy, located in Jackson, The Feed Barn, located in Martell, ACES, Amador County Environmental Waste Services, keeping Amador clean and green, and by the Grocery Outlet, located in Jackson.
Thank you for coming to the Amador County Fair and the 2014 Miss Amador Scholarship Competition. The purpose of the competition is to acknowledge the youth in our county for their standard of excellence and achievements and to motivate young people to a greater commitment of community service through the fair and community activities. Miss Amador and her court serve as the official hostesses of the Amador County Fair and the county as a whole. These young ladies serve a full year as leaders and public relations specialists for the fair industry in our county. Scholarships awarded this evening total $4,250. Miss Amador will receive $2,000. First runner-up will receive $1,000. Second runner-up, $750, and third runner-up, $500. This scholarship money comes from donations from the community, and the Miss Amador Scholarship Committee truly appreciates your dedication to the youth of our community. And at this time, I'd like to introduce to you, actually, probably you already know them, but our major contributors to the Amador Scholarship Committee are our Amador County Board of Supervisors. As Lori mentioned, the fair theme this year is There's No Place Like Home. The contestants were given the topic of Home is Where the Heart Is, and they formulated their presentations based on that topic. 8 young ladies are vying for the title of Miss Amador tonight, so let's meet them, performing a dance number choreographed by Cara Augustin of the Studio Performing Technique Dance School. Your 2014 Miss Amador contestants dancing to the song titled Home by Dierks Bentley.
On a plane bound west, I see her stretching out below. Land, blessed motherland, the place where I was born. Scars, yeah, she's got her scars. Sometimes it starts to worry me. 'Cause lose, I don't wanna lose sight of who we are. From the mountains high to the wave-crashed coast, there's a way to find better days, I know. It's been a long, hard ride, got a ways to go, but this is still the place that we all call free. Nothing feels like free, though it sometimes means we don't get along. 'Cause saying no, we're not.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Morgan Brown, and I'm contestant number 1. I'm a recent graduate of Amador High School, and in the fall I will be attending Columbia Junior College. I plan on majoring in hospitality management with a minor in forensics. I would like to thank my sponsors, my mom and dad, Terry and Louise Hurtado, Tico Arnisi, and our County Clerk Recorder, Kimberly Grady. Thank you and have a good evening.
Hi, my name is Lexi Quick, and I'm contestant number 2. I'm 19 years old, and I am now a sophomore at Modesto Junior College. I'm studying to get a degree in agricultural science and then transferring to Stanislaus State University to get a degree in biology. I would like to thank my sponsor, Sweet Pea Septic. Thank you.
Gotta call it brave to chase that dream across the sea.
Welcome to the Amador County Fair. My name is Bailey Levanko, and I am contestant number 3. I am 18 years old and a recent graduate of Amador High School. In the fall, I will be attending Cal Poly University, where I will major in crop science. I would like to thank my sponsor tonight, Simmons Landscaping. It is an honor to represent you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Zoe Feist, and I'm contestant number 4. I'm 16 years old, and this fall, I'll be a senior at Amador High School. After graduation, I hope to attend either Georgetown or UC Berkeley, majoring in political science with a minor in history. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Feist Wines and Jim Webb. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kaylin Daniel. I'm contestant number 5. In the fall, I will begin my senior year at Argonaut High School. Upon graduation, I would like to attend Feather River College to study equine science and then transfer to UC Davis Veterinarian School to become a large animal vet. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Crazy Flower Wines. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Kennedy Kern and I am contestant number 6. I am 16 years old and now a senior at Argonaut High School. After graduating, I plan on attending University of Nevada, Reno to study speech pathology in hopes of working at a local school here in Amador County. I would like to thank my sponsor, Ion Picnic Association. Thank you.
Yeah, she's got her scars. Sometimes it's
Good evening. My name is Winnie Eckhart, and I am contestant number 7. I'm a 17-year-old senior at Argonaut High School with the intentions of attending Federico's Beauty Institute upon graduation. In my free time, I enjoy attending my brother's sporting events and traveling with my family. I would like to thank my sponsors, George and Leah Lee from the Slough House Inn. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good evening. My name is Carissa Swasson, and I am contestant number 8. I am a recent graduate from Amador High School and am 18 years old. This fall, I will be attending UC Davis to study biology in hopes of going into the medical field. I would like to thank my sponsors, Jim and Susie Gillette from Vino Nocheto Wines. I truly hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
sometimes means we don't get along. 'Cause no, we're not the same, but that's what makes us strong. From the mountains high to the wave crash cold, there's a way to find. There's things I know. It's been a long, hard ride, got a ways to go, but this is still the place that we all call home.
That's a pretty fine collection of Amador County womanhood, isn't it? And now, while they're backstage preparing themselves for their on-stage presentation, I'd like to tell you a little bit about judging. The contestants are judged in 5 areas. Academic record is 5% of the score. Community service and fair experience, 25%. Personal interview and knowledge of the fair industry is 15% of the score. Communication skills, 25%. And on-stage presentation, 30% of the score. The first 3 categories were judged prior to tonight's event by a separate panel of judges in an interview setting, and that represents 45% of their overall score. And I'd like to introduce those pre-judges tonight. If they're in the audience, stand. They don't have to work tonight, we promise, you're done. First is Jerry Swift. Jerry's a lifelong resident of Amador County. As tasting room manager, she and her 3 sisters and her father, Dick Cooper, run the family winery, Cooper Vineyards, in Shenandoah Valley. Jerry and her husband, John, live in Amador City. Tom Thompson is a pre-judge. And Tom, is Tom here? Tom is recently retired from Rayleigh's after 40 years of service. He's currently the executive director of the Interfaith Council of Amador and administrator of the Interfaith Food Bank and Great Finds Thrift Store. He's a charter member of the Sutter Amador Hospital Foundation, past president of the Rotary Club of Jackson, and the Motherlode Shriners Club. Tom was also the 2006 Business Person of the Year, and Tom and his wife, Chris, live in Ione. Deb Van Anda, she's here. I saw her. Deb is a longtime resident of Amador County. She and her husband Fred own Fred's Mini Storage in Ione. Deb's been an active member of our community and very involved in Rotary, past president of Ione Rotary, past assistant district director governor for our area, and she's a multiple Paul Harris Fellow. She's past president of Operation Care, served as a board member for the Commission on Aging, and she's a past president of the Amador Plaza Merchants Association. Deb now fills her time as CFO in the family business and enjoys acrylic painting.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
In the family business and enjoys acrylic painting. And Jackie Fletcher. Is Jackie here tonight? I don't see her. Jackie has lived in Amador County for over 30 years in Jackson. She and her husband Fred have raised 2 children here, and while raising her children, Jackie was involved in 4-H, Cub Scouts, St. Patrick's Church, junior high and high school booster clubs, site council, and athletics. She currently volunteers as a mentor for the Amador Community College Foundation Learning Center, and Jackie graduated from Chico State and is employed by Amdocs as a software analyst. David Carlson was one of our judges earlier on. David is a real estate broker, has been one since 1977. He's currently the co-owner of Coldwell Banker Award Realtors. He's past president of the Amador County Association of Realtors and the Jackson Lions Club, of which he is a 37-year member and the voice you hear at Dandelion Days. He's the current chair of the Sutter Amador Hospital Foundation, and David graduated from the University of North Carolina. He and his wife Gretchen, a former Miss Amador contestant, are the parents of 2 sons and the proud grandparents of Camille and a grandson on the way. And I'd like to give a big thank you, let's have a good hand for our pre-judges for their very difficult task. One more introduction before we begin our presentations. From our neighbors to the south in Calaveras County, we have with us tonight the 2014 Miss Calaveras Court, who came to support our 8 young ladies competing tonight. And they're coming around here. Thank you very much. Oops. This is Miss Calaveras 2014, Sabrina Perez, and Princesses Ashley Watts and Leah Bayers. Thank you so much for coming to support Amador County. Are you ready for the onstage presentations? Yay! This portion of the competition represents 30% of the contestants' overall score. Each contestant's score is evaluated on their articulation, their manner of presentation, grammar, confidence, and overall appearance. As I mentioned at the beginning of the evening, contestants were given the topic, "Home is where the heart is," to base their presentations. During our presentations, the stagehands will be setting up for each of them, and we'd like to take this opportunity to thank Joey Geedy and Matt McQuaig for their hard work tonight. Are you out there, guys? Can you come wave? Joey? No? Oh, they can't hear me. All right. All right, and now I'd like to introduce you to places that these 8 young women call home and where their hearts truly are. Contestant number 1, Morgan Brown.
From Ione to Jackson, Sutter Creek to Pine Grove, Plymouth to Pioneer, our county, my home, beholds beautiful scenery and rich history around every turn. Driving down the road or remembering 1,000 memories, from camping, bicycling, swimming, fishing in the rivers and lakes, and even graduating with friends and classmates that I've had since kindergarten. I feel blessed to have had the opportunity to grow up in such a tight-knit community where everybody is there for each other through the good and the bad. There's a sense of camaraderie here that you will not find in a big city. This county is my extended family, and we depend on each other in many ways. All of our small businesses, new and old, passed down through generations, are kept going by the sense of team mentality that we as a community possess. That team mentality has played a huge role in keeping this fair up and running. With our generous sponsors, the Fair Board, and numerous volunteers, the Amador County Fair is still one of the many things that makes this county amazing. It brings everybody together and reflects the talents that the people in this community have through its events and exhibits. FFA is a huge part of this community as well as the fair, and now that funding for FFA has been restored, there will be more scholarships, activities, and programs that can be provided to the youth of our community, the future leaders of this fair. So we all know that the Amador County Fair is a reunion of sorts. It brings together childhood friends and family members that can sometimes only be seen at times like these. There will be many opportunities in life that may take us away from home, but who says you can't go back? Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter where you go, if it's 1,000,000 miles away or just a mile up the road, take it in, take it with you when you go. Says you can't go home, who says you can't go back? Been all around the world and that's a matter of fact. There's only one place left I wanna go. Who says you can't go home? Some of us have our lives planned out, others are figuring it out as we go. And our lives may take us across the country or across the world, but I can guarantee you there is no place like home. Thank you.
Well, it takes a village to have a Miss Amador competition, and not only our Board of Supervisors are major donors to the competition, but we want to also thank a number of other very generous and community groups that donate to us every year. Jackson Rancheria, thank you very much. Thank you to the Rotary Club of Jackson and Umpqua Bank. Thanks to Ella Emerson and Toma and Associates. Thanks to Robert Hahn Automotive, All Sierra Roofing Company, and Denary Mortuary. Mel and Faye's Diner helped us out this year, and Phil and Wendy Bavera of Jackson Tire. Trader Stan's, Mother Lode Real Investors, All Power Brokers Realtor, Jackson Cleaners, and Plymouth Sand and Gravel all donated to this evening's festivities. So, the question that's on all of our minds is, have you tried the deep-fried alligator? Anybody? Okay, does it taste like chicken? Do you think it is chicken? You know, home is where the heart is, where you can eat deep-fried alligator and watch the jumbo shrimp circus and get a glitter tattoo, right? All right, and now we're ready for our next contestant. Contestant number 2, Lexi Quick.
home for the past 19 years. That's my entire life. Going back as far as I can remember, this fair has been a huge part of who I am. Starting when I was 2, I did crafts and pictures for the junior building. But when I was 10 years old, everything changed. I was no longer just coming on Thursdays to see how I did on my crafts. I was now staying the entire week, sleeping in a tent, waking up at 4 in the morning, and no air conditioning. Why, you ask? Because I became a pig farmer, like my mom and uncles before me. Raising pigs has been an amazing experience, but I'm sad to say that today's showmanship was my last for the Argonaut FFA. But did that stop me from getting reserve champion in my feeder pigs? No. My past 10 years in that arena have taught me to always try my best, be myself, and be proud of who I am, even the year that I got 8th place in showmanship. Being away at college this past year has made me realize just how amazing this tiny community truly is, and has made me proud to say that I grew up here. Over my years here, this fair has made me want to be more involved, and in doing so, I've discovered there are many places I can call home, one of which being a soccer field, or more specifically, its goalie box, where I've saved countless goals, and even led Amador and Argonauts' combined all-star team to victory in a shootout after the game ended in a 2-2 tie. Another home I have is the band room at Argonaut, where I first realized that being in the marching band doesn't make you a band geek, but proves that you have talent and passion. I am proud to say that I am part of the new Pride of the Motherlode. I was even awarded the person who was most dedicated and involved in our band program senior year. This fair is literally my favorite place on earth. As the oldest of 7, it was hard to stand out. But at the fair, that didn't matter. It's a magical place where you can be anyone or anything you want. Do things you normally wouldn't do, and discover who you really are. This place truly is my somewhere over the rainbow. At 19, I'm still discovering what it means to be Lexi Quick. But with the Amador County Fair, I've discovered so much more than I ever would have without it. This fair may be just a fair to some, but it's my home. And you know what they say, there's no place like it. Thank you.
To Lexi Quick. Each of our contestants tonight has a sponsor that helps support them through the process. And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank them for their support of contestants and the competition. Morgan Brown sponsor, Teresa and Louis Hurtado.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
And now, contestant number 3, Bailey Lubenko.
This is a place where I don't feel alone. This is a place where I feel at home. too dark.
There truly is no place like home. Okay, so I'm not from Kansas, but I'm from Fiddletown, and it's honestly kind of the same. I've always been proud of my roots, but that's not the only thing that makes this place my home. For me, home is the delight you see in the eyes of preschoolers helping them plant their strawberries. Home is the stories told by my great-grandfather and his table mates at Kit Carson. Home is serving tri-tip to the most generous people in this community at fundraiser after fundraiser after fundraiser. Home is worth fighting for, linked arm in arm with my fellow FFA members as we demand our funding back. For me, home is rolling vineyards, ag barns, unair-conditioned dance studios, and dirt soccer fields. But that's not what makes my home special. My home is special because of the people. Because of you, and you, and you. So tonight I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for building a home like no other. The people of Amador County will always be in my heart and the best part of my home. Thank you.
Contestant number 3, Bailey Lubenko. All righty, I think we're ready for our next contestant. Contestant number 4, Zoe Feist.
Good evening. My name is Zoe Feist. Tonight I'll be performing a short monologue from Your Good Man, Charlie Brown. I will be portraying Lucy. Thank you. Linus, do you know what I intend? I intend to be queen. When I grow up, I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was. And I'll live in this big palace with a big front lawn and have lots of beautiful dresses to wear. And when I go out in my coach, all the people will wave and I will shout at them. And in the summertime, I will go to my summer palace and I'll wear my crown and swimming and everything. And all the people will cheer and I will shout at them. Oh, what do you mean I can't be queen? There must be a loophole. This kind of thing always has a loophole. Nobody should be kept from being queen if she wants to be one. It's undemocratic. It's usually just a matter of knowing the right people. I'll bet. Pieces of well-placed correspondence, and I get to be a queen in no time. In real life, I'm not quite as bossy as Lucy, even though my 4 brothers and sisters will disagree. But being Miss Amador would be just about as good as being queen. I mean, it's all about the tiara, right? However, win or lose, no matter the outcome of tonight, I know that whatever my future may hold, whether it be law school, the Peace Corps, or even settling down and raising a family, I will have the confidence of a queen in whatever I try because of where I came from. When I think about home, I don't just think about the house that I live in. No, to me, family is home, and all of Amador County is a part of that. I love the small town feel. From the fact that you can leave your car unlocked to how when I was lucky enough to make the newspaper, people took the time to congratulate me. I'm so thankful my parents moved me here when I was younger because I wouldn't be who I am today without this place. This county has done some amazing things for me, like how my 3rd grade teacher taught me patience, consideration, and my multiplication tables. That doesn't happen everywhere. I'm extremely grateful so many people here are looking out for me, and that is why my heart will always be in Amador County, the place that I call home. Thank you.
Contestant number 4, Zoe Feist. And now we're ready for contestant number 5, Kaylin Daniel.
Hello. I would like to welcome you to my home, right here at these Amador County Fairgrounds. It is here where at age 5, I began my show career by showing polled Hereford show cattle in the spring and fall jackpots. It is also here where I've learned many important life lessons that every person should know. Today, I'm going to share some of those life lessons with you. The first one of these life lessons I'm going to share with you is a lesson that sometimes you do not win, but you're still a winner. I began my first show for English with high hopes. I walked out of there with a participation ribbon and a lot of knowledge I did not have before. The next lesson that I'm going to share with you is persistence. Learned through pushing animals through water, over mountains, not really, but figuratively, and the go obstacle course. The third lesson is the lesson that some animals were meant to be go through the livestock line to be sold for meat. It is also here that I learned patience. Patience by waiting for my turn in that sale line. I learned one of my hardest lessons ever, that in cattle, temperament is more important than beauty. When I was 10, I bought a show heifer, named her Flair, and she was neurotic and I had to sell her. It is also here where I learned kindness. When I was a little girl, I was taught how to show by some wonderful people, and I was also allowed to show for the Cardis. I don't know if you're here. They're cattle. It's also here as a little girl, I learned that show sticks were kept pointed down and show combs point in. It is here where I've made some magical memories, and it's here where I hope you make some of your own memories of your own. Thank you for coming to these fairgrounds, and this is where my heart will always, always be at home. Thank you for coming tonight.
Contestant number 5, Kaylin Daniel. I think we're almost ready for contestant number 6, Kennedy Curran.
Good evening. Have you ever heard of the saying, home is where the heart is? My home and my heart are here in Amador County, USA. We are so fortunate to live in such a wonderful nation where we are the land of the free, home of the brave. Freedom. It's what our country is defined by. It is important for every one of us to realize that what we have is such a great gift and where that gift came from, or else it can be stripped blindly from our hands. Freedom is Freedom is a bought privilege paid with time, blood, toil, sweat, tears, and the lives of our soldiers. No price on earth is too great to pay for our freedom, but those who are willing to make that ultimate sacrifice are those who I hold in the utmost respect. There are people from Amador County that have lost their lives and families that have lost their loved ones, such as J.D. Ormsby Atkins' family. There are people from Amador County that have come back severely injured in war and are unable to do the simplest things, such as my friend and neighbor, Skip Riley, who was a double-leg amputee and had to relearn how to walk. There are children and spouses that have to adjust to not seeing their loved ones for a year or more at a time. Even right here in Amador County, there are men and women across oceans at war as we speak. These men and women, as well as their families, have and still are paying the unthinkable price. The soldiers who have fallen are not the only ones who have paid, but it's the wife that lost a husband that lost a wife, a mother that lost her child, a man who lost his best friend, or a child without a parent. These debts can never be repaid. Time can never be repaid. Now, I've heard from many local veterans that at times when war was being protested, the returning soldiers were insulted and bullied in other cities. But when our soldiers came home to Amador County, they had received nothing but gratitude. My heart is in the Amador County that never hesitates to thank our returning soldiers and veterans. Help Amador County maintain this reputation. What I ask of you now is when you have the time, Take a look at the veteran memorials we have here around the counties. Take the time to read the names. Who knows? Your next
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
When you see a veteran on the street, please stop and thank him for what he has given us with a hearty handshake. Many Amador County citizens have made sacrifices to make this county your home sweet home. Now it's your turn to repay them with your gratitude. Thank you.
Contestant number 6, Kennedy Curran. Now we're ready for contestant number 7, Whitney Eckhart.
We have all heard the adage, it takes a village to raise a child. I have been blessed with that sense of community right here in Amador County. I would like to dedicate this song in gratitude to the Amador County community for blessing my life for good.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Now I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me was made from what I've learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I'll know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a spoon from this morning by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Thank you.
Contestant number 8, Carissa Swanson.
Passion is an enormously powerful force. Whether it's in your heritage, or maybe it's making that perfect pass out on a football field, or even the last weekend of July where all of Amador County comes together to become one big, happy family. Passion is what drives us to accomplish things we never thought possible, motivates us to make our own paths, and leads our hearts home. My family raised me to embrace my community, and as a result, I have grown to love this county. My family, my heritage, and this county have wrapped their arms around me and provided me with the opportunities to achieve my dreams. This county is my home. This county keeps me balanced. It holds my passion for my community, and it is where my heart will always be. There's something wonderfully poetic about perfect balance. It's as if everything in the entire universe comes together to work and coexist in unquestionable harmony. There's a dance in the Philippines called the Binasuan. It combines grace and beauty with excitement and thrill, creating a perfect balance. And I am honored to share it with you tonight. Our passions in life are the love we have, the strength we find, and the force that keep our hearts balanced. So Amador County, find what you love, find your balance, find your passion, and I promise it will lead your heart home.
Contestant number 8, Carissa Swanson. And now it's time to introduce you to our reigning Miss Amador 2013, who will tell you a little bit about her year as Miss Amador. We'd like to acknowledge her parents sitting in the audience tonight, Monique Graziadei and Michael Graziadei.
Entire essay about the Miss Amador competition to send to my dream school, Stanford University. Although my college coach thought this was risky, it was a risk I was willing to take because I was and am proud of this title and this competition. A few months later, after being accepted to Stanford, I attended a meet and greet for admitted students. And the first thing the host of the event said when I introduced myself was, "Everybody, we have Miss Amador in the room with us." I was so pleased to find out that the Stanford admissions office had pushed aside all negative connotations they may have had about pageants in order to give my essay about being Miss Amador a chance. I believe that the part that altered their stigma about pageants is the fact that this is a scholarship pageant, not a beauty pageant, although all the girls running tonight just happen to be absolutely gorgeous. In my essay, I explained that the Miss Amador Scholarship Competition consists of a prejudging interview that examines your grades, community service, fair experience, and interview skills, as well as having the ability to exhibit an onstage presentation that one is truly passionate about, plus having the poise to walk around the stage elegantly in 4-inch heels, and finally having the knowledge to answer an impromptu question about real-world issues at hand. This competition is so much more than what some may think. The women who participate in an event like this not only have intelligence, compassion, community involvement, and beauty, but they also have incredible courage to showcase their talents in front of everyone here tonight. I must admit, participating in this pageant was a terrifying thought at first, and I really had to go out of my comfort zone. But once the night ended, I wished I could relive the moment on this stage over and over again. This has been such a humbling experience, and I am honored to have had this amazing opportunity to represent Amador County. Although I must pass the title of Miss Amador onto someone else tonight, I will continue to positively represent this county in all of the places I go in the future. I will make it known that the dedicated and caring members of this community have shaped me into who I am today, and that I am forever grateful for that. I have had the most wonderful time representing our county, from the mud dive at the Derby to handing out ribbons at the auction, to going door to door to visit our fair sponsors, to the parade of lights, to the Italian picnic parade, this experience has opened so many doors for me. During my last few moments as Miss Amador, I would like to extend my utmost gratitude to the women backstage who put so much of their time and effort into this competition and into all of the events that follow throughout the year. I would also like to thank my parents for supporting me in all of my endeavors and throughout my time as Miss Amador. My friends and family for coming out to all the festivals and parades around the county to cheer me on. Newman Minerals for so generously sponsoring me in last year's competition, and especially Amador County citizens for helping me grow as a person and for showing me what it truly means to be at home. Although I leave for college in a couple of months, this place will always be in my home, and my time as Miss Amador will always have a special place in my heart. Thank you.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
And now it's time for evening gowns and an impromptu question. And let me see, it looks like we're ready. Contestant number 1, Morgan Brown.
Okay, this one's for Gabby.
Morgan is 18 years old and a 2014 graduate of Amador High School. She'll be attending college in the fall to focus on her general education requirements and then concentrate her studies in hospitality management with a focus on event planning and forensic science. She's the daughter of Louis and Teresa Hurtado of Bayonne. Morgan is sponsored by her parents, by Tico Arnese, and Amador County Clerk Recorder Kim Grady. And now we're going to let Morgan pick a question out of the basket and give us her answer. All right. Tell us about your goals for the future.
My goals for the future are to attend Columbia Junior College and by the end graduate with my AA degree in hospitality management as well as forensics. I will then plan to intern at a large event planning agency where I hope to one day become a wedding event planner. Thank you.
Contestant number 1, Morgan Brown. Contestant number 2, Lexi Quick. Lexi is 19 years old and is currently attending Modesto Junior College. She's focusing her studies in agricultural science. Lexi will be transferring to Stanislaus State University to concentrate on wildlife biology. She's the daughter of Josh and Jennifer Quick of Jackson, and Lexi is sponsored by Sweet Pea Septic Service. All right, question for you. And it says, ooh, it's a long one. Give one example of what you think would be considered a major improvement in what students are taught in school today.
I think that students should be able to do more of the classes that help them in life. Not only just math and English, but also doing childhood education and life on your own so they could do other things besides math. And because math isn't everything and English isn't everything you learn. So, thank you.
Thank you. Contestant number 2, Lexi Quick. Contestant number 3, Bailey Lubenko. Bailey is 18 years old and a 2014 graduate of Amador High School. She'll be attending Cal Poly San Luis Obispo in the fall as an agriculture science major. She hopes to return to Amador County to expand her family's vineyard and to continue to advocate for support of agricultural industry in the state capital. Bailey's the daughter of Ron and Jamie Lubenko of Fiddletown, and Bailey is sponsored by Simmons Landscape Company. Okay, should it be mandatory that high school students participate in philanthropic projects in their community?
I definitely think that it would be a great idea for kids to participate in community service projects. I think it really teaches them a lot about their community, and I think it helps them to show how they can make a difference, and it helps them to later on in life know what they are capable of, and they can go on in life and really make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you. Contestant number 3, Bailey Lubenko.
Another summer day has come and gone away.
Contestant number 4, Zoe Feist. Zoe is 16 years old. She'll be a senior at Amador High School in the fall. After graduating from high school, she plans to attend either Georgetown University or UC Berkeley to major in political science and minor in history.
I'm fine, baby, how are you?
She's the daughter of Anthony and Susan Feist of Plymouth, and Zoe is sponsored by Feist Wine.
And you deserve more than that. Another airplane, another sunny place. I'm lucky, I know.
What is the biggest problem facing teens today?
The biggest problem facing teens today is the fact that we are our own worst enemies. We tell ourselves that we can't do it. We're not good enough. Nobody likes us. It's demoralizing and ruins our confidence. A lot of people don't realize this, but it's kind of an epidemic. Thank you.
Contestant number 4, Zoe Feist.
And I feel just like I'm living.
Contestant number 5, Kaylin Daniel.
Just like I just stepped outside when everything was going right.
Kaylin is 16 years old.
Just why you could not.
She'll be a senior at Argonaut High School in the fall.
This was not your dream.
After high school, she plans to attend Feather River College to study equine science. After that, Kaylin's plan is to transfer to UC Davis Veterinary School and become a large animal veterinarian. She's the daughter of Charles Daniel of Long Barn, California, and Alicia Daniel of Ione. Kaylin is sponsored by Crazy Flower Wine. All right, I think a question.
Oh, I miss you, you know.
I'll read it for you. Who in the world, living or dead, would you most like to meet and why?
I would like to meet George Washington because I would like to question him on how he runs such a good government. because right now we need a good and solid government, because what we have right now is not very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaylin. Contestant number 5, Kaylin Daniel. Contestant number 6, Kennedy Curran. Kennedy is 16 years old, and she'll be a senior at Argonaut High School in the fall.
Grew up in a small town, and when the rain would fall,
she plans to attend college to become a speech-language pathologist, with the goal of working in a local hospital or school here in Amador County. She's the daughter of Richard and Maureen Curran of Ione, and Kennedy is sponsored by the Ione Picnic Association. Get two? Just one. Okay, who is your role model and why?
My role model is my priest, Father Relihan. He has definitely given me my morals in my life, and the way, because he has grown up in poverty and then became rich, but still kept that good person. And he is what I aspire to be in a person, and I'm glad that I am named after him. In fact, my middle name is Relihan. Thank you.
Contestant number 6, Kennedy Curran. Contestant number 7, Whitney Eckhart. Whitney is 17 years old, and she'll be a senior at Argonaut High School in the fall. After graduating from high school, she plans to attend Federico Beauty Institute to major in cosmetology. She's the daughter of Wes and Megan Eckhart of Ione. And Whitney is sponsored by George and Leah Lee of the Slough House Inn. Contestant number 7, Whitney Eckhart.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
All right. If you were president for the day, what important issue would you address?
If I were president for a day, the important issue I would address would be school funding, because I believe that our schools should have more funding for more classes that will help us in our life later. Thank you.
Contestant number 7, Whitney Eckhart. Of Amador High School. She'll be attending UC Davis in the fall, majoring in life sciences, and ultimately go into a medical field. She's the daughter of Steve and Elizabeth Swasson of Plymouth. Carissa is sponsored by Jim and Susie Gillette of Vino Niceto Winery.
You're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're the swimming pool on an August day, and you're the perfect thing say.
Do you think young people should feel it necessary to help with household chores, and why?
I think that it should be necessary for high schoolers or kids to participate in household chores because it develops skills that you will need as an adult, such as responsibility, a good work ethic, and pride for your surroundings. Thank you.
Contestant number 8, Carissa Swanson.
You're always so well, and you light me up when you ring my bell. You're a mystery.
And now, ladies and gentlemen and judges, let's take one last look at your 2014 Miss Amador contestants.
Shine bright
Contestant
like a
number
diamond.
1, Morgan Brown.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Contestant number 2, Lexi Quick.
Fine light in the beautiful sea. I choose to be happy.
Contestant number 3, Bailey Lubenko.
We're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see.
Contestant number 4, Zoe Fife.
I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky.
Contestant number 5, Kaylin Daniel. Contestant number 6, Kennedy Curran. Contestant number 7, Whitney Eckhart. Contestant number 8, Carissa Swanson.
We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I do, I'm so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine
Thank you, ladies.
Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds.
Contestant number 1, Morgan Brown.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Contestant number 2, Lexi Quick.
Shining bright like a
Contestant number 3, Bailey Lubenko. Contestant number 4, Zoe Fife. Contestant number 5, Kaylin Daniel. Number 6, Kennedy Curran. Contestant number 7, Whitney Eckhart. Contestant number 8, Carissa Swanson.
I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. At first sight, I felt energy of surrender.
Contestant number 1, Morgan Brown.
Always trying to stay at home.
Contestant number 2, Lexi Quick. Contestant number 3, Bailey Lubenko. Contestant number 4, Zoe Fife. Contestant number 5, Kaylin Daniel. Contestant number 6, Kennedy Curran. Contestant number 7, Whitney Eckhart. Contestant number 8, Carissa Swanson. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2014 Miss Amador Scholarship contestants. The Miss Congeniality Award this year is an 18-inch, 10-carat white gold diamond pendant. This beautiful piece of jewelry has been graciously donated by Tom and Patty Payton of Gold Mine Jewelers of Jackson. Thank you, Tom and Patty, for your donation again this year. And the winner of the Miss Congeniality Award is contestant number 2, Lexi Quick. This year, our Miss Amador 2014 Morgan Graziadei is crowning each of our contestants, and she will be assisted by Gianna Toma and Ashlyn Vandehei. Are the girls here? Oh, the girls are not here. She will have to do this on her own. Oh, no. Oh, they are here. Excellent. We could use a hand. Oh, look, and they're looking gorgeous. All right. We would like a drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Thank you. Third runner-up, the 2014 Miss Amador Scholarship Contest, contestant number 4, Zoe Fife. Second runner-up and winner of a $750 scholarship, contestant number 1, Morgan Brown. First runner-up and winner of a $1,000 scholarship, contestant number 8, Carissa Swanson. This year, due to the generosity of our donors, we will be able to award a $250 scholarship to all of our contestants tonight. Thank you so much. And now I think we need another drum roll. That drum roll was good. Now for our Miss Amador 2014 and a $2,000 scholarship, contestant number 3, Bailey Banco.
I heard you're feeling nothing's going right. Why don't you let me stop the ride? The clock is ticking, running out of time. So we should party all night. So cover your eyes, I have a surprise. I hope you got a healthy appetite. If you wanna dance, if you want it all, you know that I'm the girl that you should call. But when you're with me, I'll give you a taste to make it like your birthday every day. I know you like it sweet, so you can have your.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Amador This Week's Out and About has been proudly brought to you by overall fair sponsor, Jackson Rancheria Casino and Hotel, and by co-sponsors, Richard Forrester, Supervisor, District 2, Excel Physical Therapy, located in Jackson, The Feed Barn, located in Martell, ACES, Amador County Environmental Waste Services, keeping Amador clean and green, and by the Grocery Outlet, located in Jackson.